Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm very excited about starting this new project. Susanna from Vintage Blend Studio is providing us with a prompt each month for a calendar. I've known about this little project for at least 12 months. I've known about January. Oh my goodness, it has been rolling around in my mind for so long. So I'm very excited to start it, being that I've moved to the beach. So I said to Susanna, I so want to do January. I'm not sure how I'll go on all the other months due to the workload that I keep, absorbing when it comes to stitching. So Susanna was like, yep, no worries. I'll be dropping in and dropping out of the project. But I must admit, when I had a flip through the prints that you get if you decide to purchase Susanna's digital print, there's actually quite a few there that caught my eye. Yeah, hearts, not sure. Challenge. I'm thinking this young rabbit here is definitely worth a go. This one probably 6 months ago I was like, no, but I don't know. I think partridge in a pear tree. I was starting to see all of these stitched pears pop up around Christmas, and I thought of this bowl of fruit, and I'm thinking, well, I haven't done fruit. That could be something. Love this guy. Yeah, I've got a thing about tea. When Susanna visited and I didn't have a teapot and served her tea brewed out of microwave water, it was just hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So I think I'm emotionally scarred on tea. I don't think I can do tea. So galah, not sure. I don't know what it is about Aussie animals. Is it because I see them all the time? They just don't seem to inspire me. Lorikeets, magpies. Oh, they did do the blue wren, so maybe I'm just a bit too picky. I keep looking at all these overseas birds and they get me excited about stitching, but I don't know about that lorikeet. I see he could be an Aussie. I love how he's sitting on the little reel of cotton. Got huge potential. Oh, the beading and the layers. Oh, goodness. Oh, what can I say? I wish we had squirrels. I really do. But then that could really go somewhere too. Definitely. So what did I say no to? Being that I'm time poor and I could probably drop a few months to, do other things. The galah, the tea, and the hearts. So 3, even the hearts. Now that I sort of think about it, what we could do with those. Oh, for goodness sake. So I may be skipping 2 out of the theme. So, and then I'll have a set of 10 and I'll need 2. So I'll probably just pick another bird and do it anyway, or do something that's tea related. I don't know. See what I mean? Like this project, I've been coming and going in my head, and here I am. More work. Good on you, Susanna. I'll tell you what. Now, let's get focused. It is all about the seaside. Now, another thing that's been stopping me jumping in straight away is I can't decide how to present my work. The seaside is a theme that I've been hoarding for 12 months, and I'll show you why in a minute when you see those packs. So when I packed up for Christmas to come to Barham, I knew the calendar was coming, and I was really hoping I could sit down and stitch January while I was up here. So I thought I'd better rummage and put together a quick pack of goodies that suits the sea theme. So I knew my cheesecloth wasn't yet up here. I've been sitting on these since I've bought them 2 years ago. I haven't used them. I think I might have used one. Those I got at a retreat, and I thought, well, there's some greeny beads there. Then there's this whole blue thing happening from leftover beads from the Christmas I did. These I picked up somewhere on Etsy. Oh gosh, I better track down where I got this chiffon, and it's fantastic. Just little morsels of chiffon. I think it's a lady that makes dried flower rings that you would put on a flower girl at a wedding. And a lot of these fabrics are part of her creations. That's how I found it. I'll find the video. I did review her, and she's a lovely source of fabrics to stitch with. Then I had these bead chips, which I used a bit in the Roxy Creations, a necklace of my mum's that I've broken down to add some beads, some more shells. So as you can see, I have thought about the ocean theme. So let me just pop that to one side for now. Now, what am I going to do with all this? Am I going to create a wall hanging or a page or a feature, or is each one going to be different? That's my problem. So option one is one of my Roxy Journal of Stitchery journals. Because I did multiple pages, it sort of grew into multiple books, and I still have these spaces for, you know, additional stitcheries, whether they be the Roxy girls or just ones that are rolling around in my head. Well, a journal is a really good place to, you know, see hearts. I really enjoy doing that, so I'm pretty sure I'll do the hearts, even though I was unsure. Gosh, I tell you, too many ideas and not enough time. Another spot, another spot, another spot. I believe there's something in there. Oh yes, Percy the peacock. So I certainly have room for some of them just to find a home within a journal, because I don't think I want a calendar. I won't put it up because I'm at that stage where I can't decide if I want to put a nail in the wall. So a calendar's just going to sit in the cupboard. Then I really liked Tia's suggestion. So let me just get this. Now, Tia from Calm Creations is also participating. She's our partner in crime on our Facebook site. If you haven't joined, you're very, very welcome. There's a link in the description below, and Tia has kindly put a mitt in the air and said, I'll help you with the admin side of things. And she's very clever when it comes to doing digital graphic design. So all that professional looking stuff is not Susanna and I. Let me just say, it is Tia. She's a gem. So Tia had a fantastic idea where she had one of these holders, and she has created a blank page hanging on it, just slow stitch collage fabrics, and then her image for the month will attach to it. She hasn't decided how she's attaching it yet. She did mention those clips, the hook and the eye are the press studs. Velcro, she's sort of tossing around a few options. So she's at the moment just created a blank canvas, which is stitched fabrics, and then January pops in, February pops in. And I thought, oh, clever. That's not bad. At least I wouldn't have a big piece to try and find a home for, like a calendar. Susanna is using a rolling pin, and she is rolling it up like a scroll. So let's pretend that that's a rolling pin. That's the rolling pin. And she's rolling it so that the piece is revealed. Actually, I'm not sure she's got one on the bottom. I don't think she is. I think she has one rolling pin. And as the calendar goes, she will unroll each month. That's how it's going. Because I do recall thinking at the time, a second rolling pin at the bottom. So you could literally, roll and unroll. Does that make sense? I think where I've got that mixed up is when I watched her video, she said the word scroll. So I immediately popped into this sort of thinking that it was like an ancient scroll and out come January. then you roll up, out come February, roll it March. Another idea, couple sticks to create a rolling calendar. So there's a few ideas. Now for me, I don't know, for goodness sakes, I can't believe I'm in this quandary. I always just got an idea, bang, like a bullet a gate, but I've got nothing. So I thought I'm just going to turn the camera on. I'm going to show you what I've got, talk it through. You guys might be out there in the same boat, just not sure how to present it. I guess my question is, do I do it as a cluster together that complements each other? Or do I go through those months and do something completely different, just the other things, as the months roll on? Like some go in the journal. Some may inspire me to be a wall hanging. Some, I even thought, now this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've got one of my Japanese rice bags here. I even thought about some of them could end up within a colour wave on a Japanese rice bag, because I could certainly do with more storage. And before I came up to Barham, I was waiting for hubby to get through the shower and meet me at the car to get to Barham. I went into my craft room and I thought, what can I do for an hour? Like, I've got time. So I cut out some more of these. And I thought, I'll just slice up the last of that fabric. I think I've got enough to do maybe 3 more. And maybe through this whole year, there might be projects that could start throwing together another bag, maybe 1, maybe 2, who knows? So there's that floating around in my head. Maybe there's some designs here that would be suitable for a bag. So, and that did pop into my mind. I could literally have sand rolling around the whole base and then the water at the top. I thought, no, that's too much sand. That could do a heart theme easily. Then I was like, oh, maybe my little animals, they'd be gorgeous, you know, around the 4 sides. How many animals do we have? 1. There's May, so we could do the bunny, the deer. The thing I like about the Japanese rice bag adaptation into storage unit is it's out on display, so I'm using it all the time. If some of these go into a journal, I'm not going to see them again. Squirrel. So there's 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, now we're getting a bit of a plan, girl. There's definitely themes here. I like how she's given us lots of different direction. So it's like a typical calendar, isn't it? You just, all different images. Maybe galah, I could find a bird that is more appealing to me, or another animal. I do love him. You know what I see him as? Like, I'm heading off in another bloomin' tangent. I see him made into a 3D bird, and I find a cotton and we sit the bird on the cotton and make a pincushion out of him. Like a little bird on a large pincushion. Oh, who knows? I told Susanna that goodness knows where I'll go with this. So August has a lot of potential. All right, so animal-wise, there really is the galah. Maybe, now Susanna has a woodland PDF. I'm sure, I hope I'm not talking out of school. I'm pretty sure it's still on a website. Maybe there's some other animals in that I could add to my collection, and I delete the galah and I do the animals on the bag. That would then be a nice little project. Okay, something to think about. Some of these other ones I think will find their way into my journal. like the hearts. That really suits that theme of that Roxy. Even this, straight into the journal. I'll come up with something for that. I think he's going to be a 3-dimensional construction because I love him. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'd say it couldn't be too hard. Who knows? Oh, even into the journal, it'd be stunning. Oh, I know where we should put him. Oh, hang on, hold your horses. Hold the horses. Okay. Last year we did with Susanna her vintage sewing techniques, and my journal still has some pages. I'm sure there's some pages. Yes, 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 yes. Look, look. 1, 2. Okay, so the little bird is going into my vintage sewing techniques. There's already the little wren, which is one of Susanna's images. So that's it, decided. We have a home for August. Okay, oh, this is actually working out okay. I just needed to talk it through. I just needed to get my head around what was happening. Yeah, August, beautiful. I don't know where I'll put it, but I can see all sorts of texture and laying. I'd say a journal. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to commit to that one yet because I can see all sorts of things we could do with a Christmas theme. Yeah, that's going to have to be a wall hanging, I think, to celebrate the fact that I now live near the beach. Journal maybe. Find a new animal to complement these. I plan a call with Susanna today. We're going to sit and stitch. We do a lot of sitting and stitching. As you can imagine, we have a lot of homework to do. So we're both sitting and stitching in different states. So we FaceTime, put the camera on ourselves and just sit and stitch. And it's just fantastic. So I might have a chat to him and say, that galah, what other woodland animals could I slide into July? That's going to be a Japanese rice bag. Love it. And that is definitely going into the stitchery journal. And these have got potential to find their homes in some of my Roxy Journal of Stitchery journals. Okay, all right, we have a plan. I'll stop. Got it. Awesome. But there you go. Problem solved. Let me just get some space here. Now, I have a base fabric, good old calico or muslin if you're in the UK or United States. I grabbed a little bit of wadding for my back. I don't know what size yet, but that pretty much looks okay. That looks like it's got potential size-wise. I had a look on Pinterest at ocean stitched fabric scenes. Oh my goodness, was that a rabbit hole? Spectacular. Let me have a look at these. Should I use something? Hang it, what am I going to do with it, girl? How's this fabric fit? Oh yeah, that'll work. That one's too small. Okay, we have a plan. So there's our size. Do I have a ruler to tell you what I'm doing here? Let's have a quick look. I've only got centimetres on my ruler, guys, so you'll have to convert it. 27 centimetres, not quite a ruler's width. Length, who knows? I won't know until I start placing the fabrics to see if I've got enough of the sand, to see if I've got enough for the ocean. Do I get enough bits in? The thing could be, you know, this big. It could be smaller, who knows? So we'll get to that. Now, as I said, I saw Susanna create the piece for her brother, and she based it on a gorgeous image, and I don't have the book here. It's a Tilda book, and it's a Seaside Tilda, and there's a wall hanging in it. And in that wall hanging, she had a whale, and she made that 3D whale and sat that on the piece for her brother. And I fell in love with it. That was last year before I'd even met her, when we all met in Paris, and then she went on to London to house sit for her brother. And she put together these kits, and she had these panels, and then she put some gorgeous fabrics with it connecting to this project. And I fell in love with the colours, and I was like, oh, so need to do something with that panel. So this has been burning a hole in my mind, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I really want to play with all the fabrics. This to me would be a few fabrics to give it texture and then stitch into it. I think that's a project for another day. So I'm going to put that away. I think that's probably what's been tripping me up. This piece has been, floating around, and I've wanted to do something with it. But the problem I've got is I have two kits here. One I got from Susanna, and that piece. And this one was from Sarah when she did some fabric packs for the Journal of Stitchery Christmas edition. She did, I think, some red ones and some blue ones. And I knew I was doing a blue Christmas, but not the blue that Sarah was putting together. I felt like that one day would merge with this. So what I want to do is have a good look at what I've got, because I haven't opened these. I've just put them away with a note on them. January 2024 Seaside calendar. And now I'm digging into them, and I'm hoping something pops out in the way of inspiration. Oh, that's that beautiful fabric that Susanna was playing with. So I've got a really dark piece, real sea. A little bit of red. Some sari, that feels like a sari silk, but it might just be a silk from the, oh yeah, it's got a paisley print on it. It's very pretty. Oh, look at that. So I haven't actually rummaged through any of this. Now that's so ocean. Look at that. If that doesn't scream waves in the distance. Okay. Now we're getting into all the fibres. These are great to give you that lumpy, bumpy, textured look. Gosh, there were so many beautiful pieces on Pinterest. Oh my gosh. I had to stop looking because I'm like, all right, I get the general gist, and had to just stop because, yeah, I was like, I'm getting, look, now we've got morsels of, okay. That'd have to be a Kath Kidson, wouldn't it? All-time favourite of Susanna's. She's a Kath Kidson girl. Oh, that's dyed. So I could do some fabric. Oh, I've got my fabric sitting here from the testing paints. Well, add that to the list. No, don't, because you might use it in flowers. So just try and keep your projects separate, girl. Getting yourself in a mix. Okay, so now we've got a pile of neutrals. Okay. Oh. A full tea towel, a full hanky. Wacky do. That's a bit good. Look at that. And then there's some, oh, look at that. Okay. It's good when others put things together for you, because then you're not using your same old stuff, you know. It's really cool to see. Oh, look at that. Has she written a note to me there? No. B4 something regged P224. Oh, Susanna, what's that from? That was once a bag. It's a little bag. Oh, now you got me intrigued. Susanna, in the comments, what the hang is that? Hand stitched together. This seems old. It's got some form of writing and numbers on it. Oh, that looks a bit. Grams. 136 grams. So this was a little food something. Oh, mystery. What was it? Small fabric with, oh, look at the footprint. Now that's cute. And a piece of calico. Well, that would be handy. How's that fit on my, oh, I think oh, do I want it bigger? Okay, we'll get back to that. I even got calico to get it started. Gee, the girl thought of everything. All right, let's have a look through Sarah's pack. Look, I haven't even opened it. I can't believe I've sat on this for a year. Like, I am a good girl. What have we got here? Oh, heaps of morsels in there that are ocean. Yeah. And some little lacy bits. Lovely. Yep. This falls right into the alley. Oh, yeah. See, these are more of those darker, moodier, oceany blues. Handkerchief, very small little handkerchief. Lace. Lace. Ah, yum. It'll be great to actually then, at the end of this stitchery, pop all this into my stash on the table and just, you know, as the year goes on, have bits and pieces new in your pile on your table. Oh, look at that piece of old quilt. And then some gorgeous fabrics. Oh, look. I should go and put some of these. Actually, I will. They're going to go straight into my Japanese bag, which is with me. I'm just grabbing it, guys. To me, they need to find a home in there. So they're in my Japanese collection. Look at these beautiful blue morsels. These aren't going to work with my theme, but you never know. Like, you just never know. Oh gosh, some of them are beautiful. It must be a tilde. I'm messing it all up now. I'm going to put it all together in a big swatch. You know what I might do is, a bit more dyed fabric. Oh, isn't that pretty? That has potential. That needs to go into my Japanese pile. This is just a project in itself. I don't want to mess up too much here and disperse them too much into my space. I don't know, I'm still a bit hoardy, a little bit hoardy. They're great to grab as a colour combination that someone else has put the thought into. You don't have to think too much, and you've got this gorgeous pile of random fabrics to get morsels from. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to put a stitch in these that will keep them together. That could work over there, but I'll put it in here. That'll get rid of that plastic. It'll be a swatch that I can grab. I might put that with all my quilt bits. Any other fabrics I want to add to that? No, that's going in the Japanese. I'm gonna just wheel over behind me. Okay, I'm back. So let's swatch these together. That way I can keep a designer's colour combinations together. Because, you know, it's a bit special when you can grab fabrics from others that have put thought into the way they lay. So let's keep it and make a swatch. Am I stitching a Seaside scene? No. I've got sidetracked. It's not going to pin through there, so just very carefully. Have I got some bull clips here? Yeah, I do. I've got sidetracked, guys. I'm organising. Okay, so what I want to do is just double check that I've got them all. There's a couple there that are a bit low. And I'm going to just run a tacking stitch right across the top edge to catch them all. Aren't they pretty? Fabric flip just come to mind when I was doing journaling. The Gail Gastonelli, I think. Someone was doing lots of them, and then they were all doing lots of them, and I was doing lots of them. Oh, I've missed a fabric. Hang on, hold your horses, girl. Concentrate on what you're doing. Start again. And then you put together a cluster of fabrics into a journal on a page. So then whoever gets the journal has the chance. Can I just rearrange a few little things here? I'm fiddling now. I leave it as is. That's okay. I feel like that could be. Sorry guys, I'm having a fabric moment. You beautiful little collection. I'm hoarding it, but I'm going to stitch it into a flip so it feels like I'm not hoarding it and I've actually done something constructive with it. Is that just the silliest thing? But now I can pop this in my wardrobe. And then if I do a project and I want these sorts of tones, I can grab it and go, oh, Sarah created that in a kit. So I've just deep dove into Sarah's colour palette, which is a bit cool. All right. Let's just do a little running stitch right across the top. For those yeah, those folks out there that sell fabric packs. This would be, I've got my commercial hat on now. I don't know, I might be wrong, but this would be something I would buy for those fabric people out there that sell to the rest of us. I would like a swatch of fabrics that is stitched together exactly like this, and I reckon I would drop quite a few into my shopping cart, because the slow stitch world just needs little morsels of things, and to have a palette of colours stitched together like this, hello. So for those of you out there that have Etsy stores websites that sell fabric, I reckon I would buy it. I hope my advice is sound and I'm not sending you down a rabbit hole that is a non-profitable venture. I should probably just keep my trap shut. But in my head, I can see dollar signs rolling through on something like this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's do a survey. So the rest of us who are the connoisseurs and the collectors of fabrics, not retailers of fabrics, what do you all think? Would you buy a swatch like this stitched together? I'm so not doing a calendar. I should be doing the calendar, and I've gone off on a bloomin' tangent. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Customers like myself, I vote yes, I would buy it. Especially if it was pre-stitched with a topper like this. Just a little running stitch. They're probably out there. Look, now you'll all be giving me links to fabric traders on Etsy that already do this and go, Corrine, I've been buying my fabric like that for a little while. I know who has a big collection of fabrics and is yet to start releasing them to the open market is Christina. And her channel, she must have container loads of it. She has been collecting as long as I've known her. Imagine what swatches she could put together for us. Hint, hint. Nearly there. Riveting viewing. It's not even the colours that I'm going to use. Oh my goodness. But we've organised things. I've wanted to open that pack of fabric and have a little peek. We're getting there. You're probably thinking, geez, girl, aren't we supposed to be sewing Seaside? Yes, we are. I can't help myself. So I can now just grab this and cut snippets off. And it'll keep it all together by designer. Probably should have had that piece there. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. Done. So if you've got some little hoarded fabric packs that you are keeping in a plastic bag and have been curated into a gorgeous colour combination. I know I've got some dollhouse vintage ones. They are all pinks, reds and things like those colours, like French. They'd be gorgeous stitched together as a swatch. There we go. Look at that. Oh. Seriously, guys, this just feels spectacular. Even if I never chop into it, which is highly likely, I can just compare colours and put colours together. It's like having a colour palette, which is beautiful. I can go, nope, nothing there that catches my eye. It's like I'm covering a couch. I should have put that one there, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There we go. Look at that. Anyway, sidetracked. So we've got a home for that. I've got a home for that. Those laces can definitely just hang around for a bit. We've got some bits and bobs. Yes. All right. Focus. Piece of paper. Don't need piece of paper. Is Susanna's piece of calico the right size? Might be. It's definitely not that. We need a bigger piece. It's not bad, you know. I think we could get away with it. Let's have a look at this piece. Oops. Might as well use it because I think it is very bloomin' close. So I'm putting this nice cotton batten that I used to use when I was quilting behind it because it's just going to give my piece that nice feel of substance. And with slow stitch, the thicker your layers, I believe, the better it feels in your hand to stitch, and the more, I don't know, the more tactile enjoyment I get out of it. So I think that's a go. And I haven't had to tear into my big piece of calico I grabbed as I made my way to the table. So now I'm just going to do the old classic invisible stitch to join these two pieces of fabric together. And then we can start playing. I don't know how deep it's going to go, we'll see. So I'm just going to run a bit of a stitch through. Oh, come on. I honestly did not know where this video was going. I thought I'll just sit down, have a think about it all, get it out of my head. It so helps me to talk it through with you guys. You've probably noticed I do it a little bit where we just have a think, have a chat. It's sort of like having you all sitting at the other end of my table and we're just throwing ideas around. This was one I definitely needed to do that because I loved so many of her images, Susanna's images. Now, I believe Susanna has some printed images with the fabric that Susanna's using in her video series still available. Not many, but a few. So if you did want to follow her colour palette and fall down the rabbit hole of Susanna, they are available. And then she has just been printing off the paper version of everything for those of you that don't have a printer. So as required, she just runs another couple sets off. So they're available as well to get the imagery. And there's also, I believe, gosh, I hope I've got my story right, a digital version, I believe there is. So if you have a printer and you just want to buy the digital, you can then have your file as it downloads to your email or within your, I think they're all on her website now, so it'll probably come via an email link, and then you can save it in your file and you've got it forever. Or you might be a clever chook and you can see what we're all up to and then go on a search for an image that is in the theme that we're all doing. So you might have a teacup in mind that you can stitch, or a galah doing a different pose, or, you know, whatever. So there's be all sorts of different ways of doing it. And Tia is also doing it from Calm Creations. So she'll have her spin on it. It's so fun. I love how we all follow along with some of these creators, and we all do a version that's sort of more in keeping with what we like. I think that is just so cool. We all do our different styles, but it's lovely to have a theme or a prompt or a pack of fabric or something that is someone else's thought. It takes the thought away for us, which is great. So we can just focus ourselves. Because often it's a problem for many of us that we've got too many options. We can't get started. And I'm sure there's a heap of you out there. I see it in the comments on our Facebook page or the Roxy Girls Facebook page. If you're not a part of that one, go over to their channels and you'll find a link to their Facebook page. Fantastic. I think I last looked and there's 4,500 people in that group. It's awesome. The photos you see and the work that's out there, oh my goodness, just amazing. It's just lovely just to scroll through of a morning when you get out of bed and all your visual eye candy coming at you is people creating all of these different projects. It's super, super cool. Good things in, good things out. Is that what they say? There's been so many groups I've been part of and I've slowly just whittled them down to just those couple because it's enough. And it's like very much my niche at the moment is this slow stitch. So a lot of groups I've just gone, no, it's just nothing came of that. So I've sort of pulled out of a lot that were, I did that on around New Year's Eve actually, when they all send out their New Year's Eve messages. I was like, well, you know, I never click on that Facebook group. I didn't even realise I was part of it. Here's a New Year's Eve message. I'm like, okay, see you later. I got enough inspiration around me. Just gets too much, doesn't it? You'll never get a project started, or you'll start so many projects you'll never get them finished because you've got too much coming down the pipe at you. That's how I sort of feel. So I've culled a few groups. All right, we're getting there. My piece of calico is a bit wonky, which is typical calico. It's quite an economical form of fabric for bases and, you know, constructions of toys, and then you clad the toy with other fabrics, dollies and things. But you do get a bit of a, it's not a problem when it's a backing because we'll just cut it straight when we're ready. So this is how I prepare a surface to slow stitch on. Itty bitty stitches, jump along, come back up, back down, but just very close to where I came up. And that just tacks that whole surface together. And it becomes a gorgeous piece of fabric with all those layers. I don't worry about a knot behind. I just go until I run out of thread. And just do a little stitch. And that'll just stay there. Don't overthink it. Okay. I'll do one more row. I sort of feel like I'm going to need a little bit of height because I'm really interested in the sand and the banks and the path and maybe some fence posts, or I don't know, where's that seagull picture? I'm quite interested in, you know, having a bit of a fence. I don't know if I'll do a seagull. The girl's not that keen. That might be way too much. But we'll see. And I really like the idea of having the plants. Oh, I know. Oh, I just had an idea pop into my head of doing, see that frame? See how it's framed? What if we did a frame to keep my ocean scene in, and then the grasses and the thrush, not thrush, bad word. Yeah, is it thrush? Depends what country you're in, I guess. The plants, the grass leading you to the beach, the foreground of the dunes. That's where I think I want to play. Okay, let's just finish that off. Right, now, ruler. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give myself a border. So, let's come down a little bit because we already figured out that we're a bit wonky here. What have we got? 25 centimetres. So maybe we come in 3.5 centimetres, 3 centimetres, 3 centimetres, and draw a line. Am I straight? And we'll stop there. Yep. We can always adjust it. It's not a problem. Now, we want a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of a thing here and then that and then all of that. Okay, you got it? So where do we put the bottom line? Let's do we do 3.5 or 3? 3. See, I've already forgotten my measurements. I'm a shocker with measurements. I'm a shocker with numbers. If that's not big enough, we can lower our baseline, but I do need to know my side perimeter. So this is going to be like a window box. Okay. Let's begin. So where's my container of blue fabrics? Hang on, let's just grab that. I need to put the journals away. Look at the time. Oh my goodness, guys. How did I waste an hour? Okay, let's just get some things laid down. Now I feel like I'm rushing. I'm not going to rush because I just won't enjoy this next stage. So let's at least start. I need these. I really feel like I need to get some. So I guess let's use this as a reference. We've got this whole sky thing happening. Didn't think of that. Maybe this can be sky. Oh, look at that. Seriously. It's a shame this wasn't that way, but that's, you know, I don't mind it, but well, that's a good start. If that was cut down, let's just do a little bit of placing. So that becomes my sky. Then we need to get, and we'll build clouds in, and don't even ask me for a seagull. That's it. Seagulls are out. Forget about seagulls. Let's build a horizon. What's Susanna got in her colours? Maybe some of these might be good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. If that's not a horizon, meeting water, what else has she got? Can have some lighter tones. No, don't like that. Maybe we bring a bit of sort of the wrong tones, but they might be good at the end where we just put, you know, little morsels of stuff. Wrong colour. Too light, getting soft. So these tones are going to be closer to where the air is starting to agitate the water, or what's the words? Oh, I like that. Oh gosh, how do I make lace work in this? What a lovely challenge. Oh, look at that. Now we're getting closer. This is going to extend. I can see it already. It's not big enough, but that's okay. I think if we start up high and meander our way down, and I think if we just lay down tones of fabric, we will then know what gets cut back. Like we might just use a little bit of that. Nope, don't like it. I like that. I like that. I'm getting a real washed feel here, but that's okay. It's auditioning, isn't it? So I'll be surprised if that one pops up. It might. Maybe I put just a slither of it in there. Let's just lay backgrounds at the moment. That's not bad, but it sort of is a little jarring. So let's just pop him aside. Wrong colour for now. Maybe my piece is going to be quite fresh. I think we could get that in. That just will put an interesting feel. I don't mind that. I really liked that. Where's my big gold scissors? How are we going for time? I can't believe I've chewed through an hour. Goodness sakes. So you know what's going to happen now, guys. I'm going to have to just slow down, girl. That is folded in half, and I just about ruined a beautiful piece of fabric. If this doesn't tell you waves, I think what we'll do is we'll just continue to lay down our thoughts. Then I'll finish it at the hour like usual. And then I will turn the camera straight back on and film episode 2. I don't know when you will see it. It might be the very next day. It might be in a week's time. I'll just see where the schedule looks like you need a trip to the seaside and slide in the video. Oh my goodness. I think this is going to be bigger than I thought. I think it's going to come all the way down. I think the ocean is going to... I love that colour. I don't know about the circles. They may or may not get surgically removed. I think they might. I like this whole ocean theme. This is fun. Then we've got things like this that we can pop in as the water stuff. Yeah, forget about that line. We're coming down. Gosh, you've got to take your hats off to those pieces you see that are like, you know, that big. How do they do it? Oh, I don't mind that. A bit of this and a bit of that. You just start layering it in. This is very fun. So I've lost this beautiful piece. Maybe that's got to come down a bit. Oh my goodness. This could just be forever to pull together. But a girl, you've got to start making some decisions. Don't know about that piece. I think we can do better. Do we want a little bit of light popping around? Possibly. Maybe that's into the sands. I think so. Oh, here we go. This is a Sarah. Maybe we put that there. We're coming into the sand. The water is starting to bubble and froth as it comes down. Then we start to get into some little wavy bits that are sneaking onto the beach. Then there's these wavy bits. That to me is a bit of a sand dune, isn't it? A bit of a lump and a bump. I don't know. Now I think that could come up higher. At the end of the day, it's a interpretation or a artistic view, isn't it? To me, that's going to be my sand dune. That's the start of the foliage. Where did Susanna put it? She was taking bits and popping them through. Gosh, isn't it amazing how different? That could even have my posts on it that the bird that's not going to happen might sit on. So let's assume that that's a post. Fabric is got to be found for the post. But we could have the fence posts coming through there. Oh, I like that. That's got a bit of a wash of water onto there. You know what I'm going to need is more sandy tones. What else have I got? Where's that sand that Susanna put in? Here we go. This is what one needs. Sticky tape attached. My phone is buzzing. Let's get rid of the black line. See, even that fabric there has got a nice colour about it. So I think that might get nibbled into it. If that doesn't scream beach. I love those footprints. Like, how funny is that? That piece goes there. That piece goes there. Then I think this piece could be utilised as well. Get rid of the black line. That's going to tone. My imagery here I've created is very chunky at the moment. So it needs to be softened, which I believe will happen. Maybe we pull that right across for now. We've got lace as the edge of the water as it tumbles in. That might not be the right piece, but at the moment she'll be right, she'll do. That definitely needs to be cut down. I think I'm going to look for more of a curvy shape. That's why I think that's really old too. I think I need to squirrel that away. I think I'm going to look for more of a curved piece for through there. Here we go. What's this? There we go. Thanks, Susanna. One curved piece coming up. Phones are buzzing. That can come down a bit. And then by the time you lay, you know, like we haven't even begin to embellish. You put your wavy bits through, then there's these little bits and those little bits and a couple more bits. Not to mention that bit that now doesn't seem to work, so get rid of that bit. What else is here? Oh, and then there's Susanna's furry bits, that in there. Love it. All right, guys, I better go. How long have we been here? 1 hour and 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Gosh, and we haven't even thrown in those bits. All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to walk away from this. I'm going, look at this bit here. There's another bit. We can start the whole grassland thing now. I like that. able to, oh, here we go, this bit too. I can't stop, guys, I can't stop. Goodness me, what is that? All right, let's put that bit through there. I need to get rid of that black line before I go too far. I'll soften that a bit with that bit. Gosh, that could actually be part of the water coming in edge, you know, the foam. A bit of light. That makes that pop. Don't need plants like, hello, now there's flowers at the beach. And that's before I start stitching some of these bits back into here to get, you know, oh gosh, how glorious. What a great. I've been admiring this type of, there's bits, this type of construction, you know, for ages, and just itching to get into it. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the video, make myself a cold, refreshing drink, have a look at it, stand back. What am I missing in my frenzied attempt to throw this together? And then, see, there's another bit that's light. That could sneak into there. Love it. All right. Okay, stop. All right, guys, I will see you all in the next video. I'm not sure what it'll be tomorrow, but I'll definitely be playing with this afternoon. So have a lovely day. What's that bit? Oh, that's that bit attached to that bit. All right, stop, girl, stop. All right, guys, bye.